Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today we have a couple of really interesting subjects, as I just learned that there are XRP holders who are suing Apple. So an article about this just came out about 4 hours ago, and apparently the class action was filed already on the 16th, but I really hadn't heard about it until now, and it's very peculiar, so today I want to give you guys an update on that. However, we'll also be talking a little bit about a couple of subjects which you're seeing right in front of you right now, and I'll put the timestamp for it in the comment section down below, like I promised. Alright, so every single time, I gotta quickly take a picture of the time before we move over into the subject, so I can easily put the timestamps in. All right, XRP holders went on the offense, proving once more the level of organization displayed by the community. According to a class action complaint filed on September 16th, several XRP investors accused Apple of allowing bad actors to steal their assets and information. The action was filed by Hadona Deep, a cybersecurity IT professional, on behalf of other XRP holders in a similar situation in a federal court in the state of Maryland. The plaintiff seeks compensation for damages stipulated under the federal and state U.S. laws, and the XRP holders claimed that Apple allegedly breached the law by authorizing a malicious application to be available for download in the App Store. In addition, the plaintiffs alleged that the company was aware of the criminal activity basically allowed on the app, and still maintain it without notifying users that their financial information had been compromised. The app in question was called Toast Plus, apparently used by bad actors as part of a phishing scam. The app's name and logo were created to kind of imitate the popular Toast wallet, and it basically confused users to steal their funds. Now, the XP holders are using the company's description of the App Store as part of their class action. The tech giant has described their application provider as follow for the past 10 years. Now, this article is not written perfectly, but we get the picture. So, Apple basically calls their App Store kind of safe. We don't need to go fully into it, but they call it safe. And, well, Apple, puts a lot of priority on making sure that not that many bad actors slip through by some really harsh testing, really harsh criteria. And that's also some of the problems which these crypto wallets have had. They want to get listed on the App Store, but you just can't because because Apple won't pull you through. So it's very peculiar that a bad actor in this case, when again, for a good actor, it's already difficult that a bad actor pulled through because they have such high standards of safety, which again, they put up themselves. So the fun question comes, right? How much did this guy lose and how much should he be paid? So I checked this article out before, and to be honest with you, it's pretty sad. However, it's not about the actual monetary value of the loss, it's also emotional, but mostly it's important for the fact that it was possible. So, XRP holders argued that the tech giant had a thorough verification process for the apps that it offers. Thus, Hadona Deep downloaded Toast Plus in March of 2020 onto her iPhone. Later, Deep linked her private keys for around 474 XRP, so about $400 at the time of writing. And the document claims that she intended to hold her funds as an investment, therefore she stopped checking the app until August of 2021. At the time, she realized that her account on Toast Plus was deleted on March 3rd, 2021. Her funds have been stolen. The document claims Toast Plus, created for the sole purpose of stealing crypto by obtaining consumers' crypto account information and therefore routing the same to the hackers' personal accounts. Deep investigated the matter and tried to contact Apple on several other agencies in the US, including the FBI, and the class action has charged 9 agonists, Apple, including negligence, disclosure of electronic communications, violations of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, and others. And the plaintiffs are looking for statutory damages for over $10,000, or in some cases $100 per day of violation, attorney fees, and Apple's profits obtained from the alleged violations, in addition to other compensation. The company is yet to respond to the class action, and I find it really peculiar. Now, I'm not a legal expert, so I have no clue how far this is actually going to go, but Since you guys most likely know by now that I have a call coming up with, one of the Ripple lawyers, as you guys know, I'm pretty damn excited about that. I will also make sure that I add this into my list of questions because I think maybe Jeremy has a fun little answer to this one. We'll get to it though. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying these daily crypto updates, make sure you press the like button. I keep reading that you guys want more general crypto updates, not only focused on the lawsuit, but guys, understand I couldn't let this one slide by, okay? It's too funny as XP holders are charging Apple, right? That's some fun stuff. I mean, it's not really fun, I guess, but it's very interesting. At least to me it is. Yeah, come on. You don't see something like this every single day. It's a thing in the XP community now. It's like, what? Another lawsuit? So, Deep initially relied on Vipex, a popular XP desktop wallet, for storing her tokens before the project shut down in 2018. This March, she transferred holdings to the Toast app wallet, and it's been deleted, basically, and the account was gone, and everything was just strange, basically. So she later realized that she was a victim of a phishing scam that masqueraded as a legitimate. Fatal download cost her $5,000. That part I don't really understand because she apparently lost 400 XRP, 500 XRP. So how exactly it cost her $5,000 is not that certain. But in early 2021, members of the r/XRP Reddit community started complaining that Toast Wallet was actually compromised, despite appearing high in search results. Some users whose accounts have been emptied out by scammers described the situation as depressing. And, well, once more, it's going to be very interesting to see this roll out. I'm not really sure how Apple usually responds to these things because from a certain perspective, it's literally no money that they're asking for. If they're asking, for example, for $20,000, I mean, a lot of Apple lawsuits are $20 million. $20,000, it ain't that much a burden. The new iPhone that we bought today, how much was that? Let's say it was $1,500. I mean, it's like, okay, 15 iPhones. It's not really a lot of money that we're talking about, relative for Apple, that is. So from that perspective, they could easily say yes to something which they messed up on. Then again, if they say yes right now, then anybody who's ever gotten scammed because of an app on the App Store is going to try to do the same. So I don't know if Apple wants to kind of start this one. And obviously, I think what Apple's going to do, like they do very often, is pursue. And what I mean with that is they're going to make the case so expensive and so long that people usually quit. But that's, again, what I heard that these bigger companies like to do. A little fun side story. When I was in Dubai, I met a person. Hopefully you're watching this video right now because I did tell on my channel. And she, one of the female, basically told me a story that her brother looked for some surgery. And they looked for the best of the best, right? But they botched the surgery. So they tried to sue. But the problem is, if you have, let's say, $100,000 for this lawsuit, okay. But if the other side has $20 million, yeah, good luck with that lawsuit, right? And that was also a little bit of a problem that they faced, which it kind of reminded me of. That might also be here. In the Dutch, I know the word. In English, I don't, but hopefully you guys get the idea. Moving over into the Stellar Development Foundation. They're actually taking a part in a $55 million Series C funding round for Abra. Leading wealth management platform Abra completed a Series C. And once more, the Stellar Development Foundation is part of that, which is very, very peculiar. Now, it's not as if it's strange for a company like Stellar to do this capital funding. I mean, they do it a lot, and it's actually in the crypto space a very normal thing that the owners of crypto projects or the foundation behind them actually invest in other things, like Ripple has been doing a lot too, because ultimately, it's one of the safest and easiest ways to actually expand your own ecosystem. Some of you might not understand just quite yet, but by having equity or part, or just by funding, generally speaking, things around you, sometimes you get to get the best benefits of it, or sometimes, which we have actually seen before as well, they're funding sort of competitors, not direct competitors, but kind of some sort of competitors, because, well, you're doing good on your own, right? But if you have a little bit of equity in the other side too, in kind of a niche that's not exactly you, but kind of close, sometimes it helps. At least that's what I'm seeing a lot in the crypto space here. But usually it's kind of the same names. You know, it's a lot of the same names that go into these funding rounds because they've already established themselves very much so. Yeah. Is it going to be huge? No. It's just kind of cool to see Stellar do that, right? Because you guys were asking a lot for Stellar updates. Then moving over into the next subject. Ripple helps UK-based Paydeck expand real-time payments to Latin America and Africa. So we already had the announcement a little while ago, but I told you all I haven't gotten the time yet to cover the exact partnership itself. Paydeck is actually a not-so-known company here over in the European area, but apparently Ripple now helps UK-based company Paydeck enable these payments to freelance workers and on-demand workers in Africa and Latin America. And so it's really not that strange that we haven't heard about it too much. Potentially over in the UK, you guys have heard about it, but I've never really heard of Paydeck too much. And that's because their niche is over in the Latin America, Africa region where they're trying to help out. Now, again, I'm not sure to the fullest what exactly, like whether or not they're also operating in other areas, I should call it. However, this is their niche. This is where they're focused on. And specifically, Ripple's Sandy Young stated that the partnership will help Ripple expand their presence over in that area. In Africa, Paydeck will now support the following local currencies: GHS, ZAR, XOF, SLL, and others, 9 in total. As for Latin America, the following: MXN, UYU, ARS, and CLP. Earlier this year, we also had a SBI with Japan, Philippines, and whatnot, but that's all not that relevant for right now because we've talked about that before a couple of months ago already. Now, also one thing that they add in the article is how much these cross-border payments are basically surging and the self-employed freelance customers in the on-demand market and whatnot. So, of course, this partnership is definitely beneficial and it's going to be more and more necessary as time moves on. All right, I accidentally put my flash on, or I don't know if it was accidental. AMC Entertainment to take Ethereum and Litecoin payments as well as Bitcoin. Now, I don't think, and you guys most likely agree with me here, they have to spend too much time on this one because, well, it's just very, very freaking obvious. AMC wants to get the most amount of attention possible, and they thought right now, and rightfully so, that by getting into these memes or playing along with them, they might get a lot of an extra influx wave of interest or whatnot. I actually wonder if you guys still hold AMC or not. We knew that they were expanding to Bitcoin a little while ago. Right now, they made an announcement that they're also going for Litecoin and Ethereum, which, once more, is good because it's expansion. And if you're an AMC holder, that's very nice. Then again, nobody's ever going to use. Why would any sane person ever use, for example, Ethereum to buy your movie tickets? Oh, I'm going to buy myself a $20 movie ticket. Okay. It's just going to cost me $40 to send it over. There we go. Very nice. It's just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Litecoin is fine, maybe XRP would be fine, but Bitcoin and Ethereum are way too expensive in terms of fees to actually be a proper use. At least, once more, my opinion. All right, veteran trader explains when it's the best time to cash out of the market. I actually get this question very often. When do you take profits, and is it actually smart to take profits at all? So, why are they asking me to change over into Italian? Has that just been added? Or do they think I'm Italian for some reason? Maybe it just says that there's a new one. I can't read Italian. I know you want to watch it on the Italian version, it's available. But that's peculiar. Sometimes when I see that, I think, uh-oh, I have a VPN on or somebody did something to my account. Because you know how some of these websites say, hey, you're logging in from the Netherlands. Why don't you switch over to the Netherlands server? If it says Italy, I'm like, visible confusion. All right, so a lot of people ask me when to take profits, what to do. My own answer to that is it depends really on what you need it for. If you just want to safeguard profits, I would always say wait for new tops, right? Wait for new highs and cash up very small slots. For example, 5, 10%. When I talk with a lot of traders, and I do that very often, especially when I'm out and about, I talk with a lot of traders. That's mostly my friend group as well. They all trade, but also just the people that I meet, which I tell you guys a lot of stories about, right? A lot of them cash out. I'm personally one of the guys who cashes out the least. But that's because I believe in long-term vision, and I'm not that much of a, I'll sell it all right now and buy back cheaper type of guy, but some people really are. My personal thought process is, if you want to be the safest, you go and wait for all-time highs on any crypto that you hold, and you cash out a little bit once it gets to an area like, for example, $65,000 per Bitcoin again, or for XRP, it gets to $3. You sell a little bit. It gets to $6, for example, double the all-time high, you sell a little bit. And what I mean with a little bit, maybe like 5% or so, but that is basically to keep your head in the game. And that's because every time it goes to all-time high, it comes back down. Once it's back down, you didn't really get any benefit from hitting such a high price. And so you basically wasted the gain, wasted your time, you might say. That depends, of course, on how the market looks, but you never really know that up front. So that's why a lot of people say take some profits at least. Even though they're very minimal percentages, sometimes it's a mental game. because your own mental can basically change from, oh, the price is coming back down to, oh, at least I took a little bit of profit. And that might actually help out for the next run and whatnot. It really can be a very big mental boost. All right, the White House is reportedly getting ready to roll out measures to combat the use of crypto in ransomware attacks. I would have no idea how they're going to do that, to be honest with you, but they basically write here that they're working on a solution for it. No idea. The Treasury Department plans to impose sanctions against specific targets rather than blacklist an entire crypto infrastructure where ransomware transactions are suspected of occurring, unnamed sources told the publication. The department also plans to issue new guidance to businesses about risks associated with facilitating ransomware payments, including fines and other penalties, which, once more, is not really my department. Pun intended, because department was said like 5 times there. I don't really know. So I don't know how they're going to fix it. I have literally no clue what specifically they can do. And I also don't know exactly what type of fine you can get if you actually pay. And to be honest with you, I don't know the statistics about it either as to how often they give you your information back after you actually pay for the ransomware, right? I mean, if your computer gets hacked and you pay, you never get anything back. But maybe when these huge multi-million-dollar companies get hacked, they do. Then again, there's always a risk manager in there or a negotiation specialist, and they say, no, don't pay. Because otherwise, if they knew it for certain, most would pay because it helps out. Then again, it's always a 50-50, right? Every one of these things is like a way off that I can't really put out for you. All right, then 145 million XRP shoveled by Ripple, BitGo, and several top trading venues. Guys, I'll make another small update on the trading debacle tomorrow because I think there's a couple interesting points to actually make on it still that I'm not going to make right now. But the conclusion being, every time a huge amount of XRP are being sent, it's not really something you need to worry about too much or something you need to do too much with unless it is huge amounts of XRP, like huge. What we're witnessing right now, though, guys, is basically nothing. Ripple sending it to an unknown wallet. Oh, okay, it's the funding wallet. They're basically maybe selling something, maybe sending it to a partner of theirs. We don't really know. It's not Jim McCaleb. It's not any huge, understandable transfer or anything like that. It's nothing too crazy. So I would say let this one rest. Let it be. It's not something you should worry about. All right, so that is that. All right, guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you're wondering what I'm trading on, I use Bybit. A link is down below for that one. And make sure you check out, I don't know, the channel more often by subscribing. Make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today.